Yes, people. Yes, people. You know who I am. It's your host with the most, the Bridge 258, here today to give you, is it called? Listen, here today to obviously talk about the latest Chelsea transfer news. Here we go. Uh, Honestly, big up to my guy Warrior J, big up to my guy Will, big up to my guy Daniel Knight TV. Guys, make sure as you're coming in to make sure to like the video. Like the video helps me out obviously on the analysis and everything like that as well. Make sure to subscribe as well. Listen, I think it's interesting what's happened today. You know, it's been an interesting thing that's happened today. I think that's the best way to put it right now. A lot of stuff has happened. A lot of analysis stuff has happened. Today, and I think for me, what does this do? This is I have to say on some sense the transfer itself losing out on the player necessarily losing out on Olise in his position. Of course, was it called? Yeah, was it called? Yeah, is not necessarily going to be the bad news, right? The bad news for me is more so, or the worrying news, I would like to put it, yeah, is to do with, I think, partially the reason as to why it has failed per se, and also to do with, I think, the issues that I've always had with, in my personal opinion, the actual model we're trying to do per se as well. So those are the two things I want to talk about. But I want to obviously update you guys first and foremost on the Olise news, what's happened and what the different sources have been all saying essentially in regards to what has happened and what has gone wrong. So I'm gonna obviously keep you guys posted first and foremost before I start, writing off my thoughts and opinions and hearing your guys' thoughts and opinions as well, because you guys obviously deserve a voice on everything too. So let me bring up everything for you as of right now. Let me present the screen first and foremost. Bish bash bong. So as you guys know, the first breaking news obviously came from when my guy David Ornstein basically hit us with the left, right, left, right, left, right, essentially. The good old bomber that Olise was going, obviously. Two, was it called Olise was not coming to Chelsea. And this is what he said. This is the first one that he said, of course. And that Chelsea withdraw from race to sign Crystal Palace winger Michael Olise. CFC held talks with CPFC plus 22 but felt finances involved beyond reach. Instead, plan to reward existing players and new recruits. Right, that was what he said. And then within literally like 10 minutes later, he then says Michael Olise has chosen to join Bayern Munich. FC Bayern among three clubs plus Chelsea Newcastle to contact Crystal Palace last week and now expected to agree deal with CPFC for 20-year-old whose contract includes release clause. And that was the first breaking bit of news, obviously, and he was the one to break the story first, right? And he then was he then Fabrice Hogan was in to say Michael Olise wants to play in Champions League. This is the main reason for his choice, according to Fabrice Hawkins. And then Nick Powell said Chelsea have decided against pursuing a deal for Michael Olise, deciding they are unable to meet the player's financial demands. Right, that's what's been rumored apparently. And then we were able to find out that if you go to literally Pies' account, if let me just go there right now, right, that this was also happened, right, that Michael Olise is in discussions for 220 a week salary with Bayern, and apparently we cannot give that to Michael Olise currently, and that is pretty much what's happened there. And yeah, and that is all that's pretty much revealed in regards to that one. Um, I This is, I think, for me fundamentally, you know, this for me guarantees and what's it called? A make sure's a make sure's but and makes it. Oh, how's my mic now, bro? Oh dear. Check mic, check mic, check mic. Hello, guys. What's wrong with my mic? Is my mic not good enough right now? Let me know. I need to hear myself actually first. Let me hear myself quickly. Sorry about my mic if it's terrible. Oh, you're cutting off. Oh, is it? That's strange. I think I know what I need to do. Delete, delete, delete. All right. How am I sounding right now? Let me know how I'm sounding right now. I should be more than better as of right now. Okay. Now, big up to my guy Joe and Vic. I want to now talk about like my actual thoughts and feelings. I'm gonna be a bit more level-headed now, a bit more analyzing. Now, you guys know my thoughts and opinions, right, on the actual model we have, where we're buying these guys before they happen. We're developing them, and then they become like these top tier and elite talents, right? For me personally, I've always been happy about that sort of aspect of it. I was like, yes, that's great. We should do that. Yes, we have like a financial wage structure, which I'm happy about too. Yes, I'm happy about that too. Right, all of those things. You sound jubbly, jubbly. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much, bro. But listen, as I was saying, right, we have a wage structure, we have all of this stuff. We understand bringing these guys on day in young and doing that sort of thing. I'm happy about all those aspects, right? I like the idea, but at the same time, there's gonna be opportunities where you're gonna have to buy the creme de la creme. Now, this is not just about Olise. This is going to be just a wider thing, right? Because he, I think, is an example of a wider issue of what I'm trying to speak about, right? Where there's going to be times where there's going to be a need to break the bank, right? You're going to have to break the rate structure for certain players. Now, of course, it might not be for Elise. It might listen. It might not just be for Elise, right? It might just be, for example, let's say a Musiala, let's say a Watts, let's say even an Osimhen that people have been asking for, maybe a Kvaratskhelia, right? All of those big guys that we are all speaking about, right? Those guys are going to be, demanding high wages at some point in time. If these are your so-called targets, right? And this for me, what's happened with Elise, not necessarily the fact that he's a luxury sign off, but like the fact we can't reach his wages or his demands, more so for me, leads me on to believe the following. A, that we need to now realize as a football club we are not going after those top players. Anytime we see these top elite players that you guys are all asking for and wanting for, be ready for the club to not be going after them and planning to go after other options. I want you guys just to understand that school of thought. You know, that's something we have to be ready for, and that's something we have to understand. So all these guys you're mentioning, if I ever see Kvaratskhelia or have all these elite players that are being mentioned in this chat, like, we have to be realistic, boys. We know that it's not happening 110%, 10% of the time. So I want us all here to be as realistic as possible when we're talking about Chelsea. Secondly, it also this also for me more so now brings in a greater worry, which is that the moment, if let's say for example, a lot of these players now get to the certain whoa, poor guys, the moment that we get to what's it called, yeah, a certain level, there's gonna be yeah, yeah. The moment now, guys, yeah, these players may be demanding such high level of wages or such a certain level of extent. Yeah, we are in big trouble because I don't know if these guys are going to be willing to do these deals now. This for me is very worrying. You know what I mean? Are we gonna be able to, right? Yeah. Are we gonna be able to really give these guys 200, 250K a week, 300K a week, even 400K a week? You know what I mean? That is the big worry that you've got to ask yourself now, right? Well, especially for some of these players. And that for me means they gotta get moved on. You know, and that only means to me that we've just become an improved version of a Dortmund, an improved version currently of a Brighton, an improved version of a RB Leipzig. That's what we've become. We've become an improved version, yeah, of those guys. Maybe because we can develop these guys, maybe win a league or two. But then what happens when these guys are at the top of their powers? Now we're selling to Barcelona. Maybe we're selling to Real Madrid. Maybe we're selling them to another top club. And then we have to now restart the development process again for this guy. Once he reaches peak, okay, bye bye, bye bye. You know what I mean? And now he's moved on. That for me is fundamentally, what we've become right now. And as such, you know, that is a system that is setting you up for fail because not every single guy you buy with potential or talent is going to be able to come out and do the job that maybe a lot of people are asking for or even wishing for at this moment in time. So I don't know. I just don't know what to say to that one personally. You know, it's kind of, for me, insane. It's kind of crazy for me at the end of the day when it comes down to it too. You know, what where do we go from here? You know what I'm saying to you? Like, This stuff for me, all of this stuff that I'm talking about right now, yeah, all it means to me is that you know we are in for a rough few years. I'll be honest, boys. What we got last season, maybe we have a better manager, a better style of play, a better sort of everything that I've spoken about before. Yeah, we may become a top four team, but are we gonna be necessarily able to compete for a title now? You know what I mean? These are the questions you got to ask yourself. Let's say if we need just another one or two guys in elite positions to win a league, w- are we more than likely going to be able to, do that sort of thing? You know what I mean? Like, let's be honest about that too. This is where for me, right, the issue therein lies. The issues begin because now, now for me personally, yeah, you have to be, you have to, bro. They can say they want to win, but like, if you can't even get the creme de la creme, yeah, you know what I mean? How can we do it? Like, and also, with everything we've heard about them, with the wage structure and everything like that, the more you think about it, why did we even go after that guy, Olise, if we know that was the range and everything we're going for? You know what I'm saying to you? Why did we go for that? All of that stuff. Why Mike made this is correct. The more you think about it, why did we sign? Why did we think about really? Yeah, exactly. So then, why did we attempt to do something that we knew was impossible? The issue I have here is all well and good paying 60, 70, 80 million for these players. But then, if you told them the minimum we can give you is 100, 150K a week, then, bro, you're cooked. You're well and truly cooked. And I understand PSR rules are coming in. I understand that salary caps are coming in. But when we being honest about it, salary caps, all this stuff, yeah. But at the same time, you have to have a section of your transfer value or something like that where where you should be able to break the bank and allow yourself to get a player or two that is at that elite level. Let's not get it twisted, yeah. The large transfers at Chelsea have not usually worked out, right? But there are going to be transfers where that will be necessary, even if they're 40, 50, 60 million pounds, right? Where you're going to know these are elite players. We need to be giving them that value, the contract value. What the people want to admit or not, players want guaranteed contracts. Players do want guaranteed contracts. I don't know why that is especially hard to believe. Mm, You know what I'm saying to you? So I just don't understand. I just don't understand what that is, bro. I just don't understand what that is. Maresca was brought in line to make it in line with their agenda. We're not signing a top GK, top C, top CB or striker. It's prospects on low wages, nothing. No way Pochettino would have said. I understand that, and I know that was Poch's sort of thing. I always understood that, by the way. But the issue for me becomes, what's it called? Yeah, that eventually there's going to be a point in the team where that's going to be reached. A point in the team where that's going to be reached. And when that happens, bro, yeah, all hell is going to break loose. And I think for me, now more than ever, it's making them look worse, when they say you want to win. You cannot win with guys that are prospects and potential. It's going to take you years. Yeah. When I say years, I mean 3, 4, 5 years plus, yeah, to do that. And then if you're selling the top prospect because you can't give them better terms and wages, then they're gonna move on too. So again, this is not sustainable. By the way, I think I was listening to someone on, I think it was on playback here. The gentleman was saying that listen, it's a sustainable. We can bring in these young guys. And everything like that. And I understood his point, but the problem is going to become not every player is going to want this. A lot of the time, a lot of these players when they reach their peak, they want guaranteed contracts. Let's look at the NBA, for example. I know I'm using US sport. In the NBA, bro, they want guaranteed contracts. In the NFL, they demand guaranteed contracts, by the way, at some point with a large amount of sum, so they know they have financial stability for the sport they're playing in. You know what I mean? These men are not always going to be able to produce to the peak of their powers. They're not always going to be able to get the bonuses that we are talking about here. Eventually, when a world class manager is in the market, I believe Todd Bowley himself will step in. Todd Bowley only owns 15% of this, 10% of this football club, big man. 60% is owned by Clear Lake, and this is the viewpoint that they wish to do, not Todd Bowley, bro. Exactly. We are not elite team. We cannot judge how they will move in this situation. Of course, I have to say that too. By the way, you're 100% right. On the alternatives, apparently one of them I can tell you right now is a gentleman called for Spain left winger Nico Williams. Nico Williams currently is on 210 euros a week, 190K. He's currently outside the realms of the personal terms that the club is willing to accept. So how are they going to go after someone, yeah, who's not going to be able to work within their own what's it called budget? How can we do that? Let's just be real about that, man. Honestly, we just saw the player we wanted. We really tried, but failed to get him. Move on. It's all well and good saying move on, but then if the move on is going to be another prospect that's not even not prem proven, not ready at this level, then why we move? We might as well just keep the guys that we have at home. They thought they could sign Olise until Palace offered him a new deal. Chelsea couldn't match the new wage, but Bayern accepted the challenge. They did, bro, and they were able to do that, bro. He's only said not a prospect. Not really, bro. He's been playing in the EPL for 3, 4 years, bro. He's been consistently playing in the league, been playing quite well too. He's not necessarily a prospect. He says people were questioning why we are going after Olise, and now we didn't even get him. They're asking why we didn't get them. I hear you, bro, but the reality is, yeah, when you look at the reason why we didn't get him, is I just don't know how to put this. Like, we were asking this guy, we were telling him we were obsessed and everything like that. When the club is doing that and they're saying we're obsessed to play, this is our number one summer target, and you're not able to get him, and then you're also not able to get Sesko because of the fact that he signs a new deal too, then at some point, Chelsea, you're looking like frauds. You're looking like frauds. That's what you're looking like, bro. Yep. Yeah, we can do that, bro. You can wave goodbye to all those players. The approach that the ownership is taking is really unique for a big team. The time will tell if it's successful. Bro, again, I'm not saying it's not gonna be successful, by the way, because I actually agree with you. I like the approach, but the issue I have, Jason Asante, and I hope you would understand it, bro. Right? Is this the issue right now? Is very, very, very simple. Chelsea are not willing to give those wages because of their wage structure. The wage structure is at maximum 150k right now at the football club. They do not wish to increase the wage structure for that. That means you are most definitely going to be priced out away from a move for the top players, the elites of the elites, the creme de la cremes from signing deals with your football club, Jason Asante. That is just the realistic. That's just be that is me just being real with you guys. Simple as that, really, guys. No, there's no other way to say that. There's no other way to beat around the bush. It is just really as simple as that. You know what I mean? People may try to, lie to you, but I'm not gonna lie to you here right now, bro. I would not consider myself to be a liar. Bro, most of the young models replace we rate with Pentagon. Why is Elise the exception? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, whole power broke works. Exactly. Again, the model is not necessarily my issue. You can bring these players, they can work out, they can ball out, right? They can be elite. The issue I think I have, Billy G, is that the moment though you need to buy like whenever the team needs to take the next step to become the elite of the elite, and you need some of those players in the team. If you cannot bring them in because of your transfer policy or your transfer value, you are in massive, massive trouble. You are in big trouble, by the way. Like the situation is not looking good, bro. That is what I'm trying to say, guys. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like I don't know how you know what I mean. I don't know how much more I have to what's it called explain it other than that, because that's the only way I can well and truly explain it for you guys. Like that's pretty much it. That's the best way for me to explain it to you guys. I think the new model every day. I think the new every day model. No Cole Palmer, no EPO goals before we brought him in. I hear you, bro. So the model again is not the issue, but you have to. The model has to be homogeneous. It needs to be able to. You need to be able to add value to that one. If you can't do that, bro, then you, as I've said multiple times before, you are in big trouble. I disagree, bro. I think the issue is the reason why I disagree with that, Mike Majors, is that it's not the scouting can be all well and good, but again, the one thing about all of us, was it called? Yeah, as we all know here, Mike Majors, is that scouting can all be well and good. We can find these top players, but it does not necessarily mean they're always going to pan out as well. You know what I mean? Just as the elite players may not always pan out, some of these guys that we scout and we try to do stuff will also not pan out either. So that's something else that we need to be extremely truthful and honest about too at the end of the day. So You know, I feel like that's something that a lot of people seem to be missing the point of as well. Jackson, Nkuku, Palmer, Lavian, Enzo, Casado, Kuku, Fofana. We good. We good to go. It's all well and good saying that, bro, but you gotta need more firepower. The team right now is very small. And look at this is another point, by the way. Vic is making a very good point here too. Big up to my guy Vic. Durant is currently on 30K and he's probably demanding 100K to join. They would have that. They would be more. That would be more than Jackson, Noni, Lavia, and Palmer's wages. That's crazy, bro. Exactly. That's what I'm saying to you. A lot of these young up and coming players are going to be demanding 100K a week, 100 something K a week. And if you cannot meet those wages for those guys that are the up and comers in the EPL, in the Bundesliga, in all of this stuff, right? And everything else that we're speaking about right now, that you're in big trouble, bro. You're not. That's not gonna work. It's not going to work. And I think again, I repeat this again. This in this day and age, right? The wage structure we're looking at, the stuff we are looking at, bro. Right? We can't. You have to have. You have to be able to make space for this stuff to happen. No, no, no. But you're not getting the point, bro. This is their target. It's the guy they're targeting. It's the guy that they love, right? So if he's demanding 100K a week, yeah, and they're basically saying they basically have to say no to him. We're finding players who are good enough that fit the weight structure. All well and good saying that, bro. But how many? Eventually, you're not gonna just need young players, bro. You're gonna need some level of age and experience, bro. You're going to need some level of age and experience, Mac Majors. You're going to need that. Like, listen, I'm one of the biggest young guys here. Like, you know what I'm saying to you. So I've been a fan of like younger upcoming players, but eventually you're gonna need what's it called? Yeah, some level of experience, some level of like guile, some level of knowledge, some level of way of playing. Right? You know what I'm saying to you? Why can't we be honest about that, boys? Why can't we be honest about that, boys? Big up Duran, he's a backup anyway. I'm here for the fair enough. Let's see the alternatives. I told you before, the alternatives is Nico Williams, and we're not gonna get Nico Williams because Nico Williams, as I've said to you guys before, many a time before and previously, Nico Williams literally, yeah, is on. Oh, damn! Big up to my guy Lewis. Big up Lewis Nation. Big up Lewis Nation. Big up to everyone that's come here from Lewis. Make sure again to like, share, subscribe. Um, is it Lewis Raid? I can't see the raid stuff. Hey, big up to everyone that's here. Much appreciated as always, guys. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. I'm trying to do a nuanced review of what's going on right now. Big up to my guy Lewis. Big up to my guy Lewis, man. Make sure to subscribe to my guy Lewis. Hit the likes. Please do subscribe, guys. I'm almost at 358 away. So if 80 of you can subscribe while you're here, it would be very helpful, please. 80 of you to subscribe, please, to get me to 350, please. But going back to conversation I'm having, yeah. I think we need to be honest about the conversation about this club in the sense that we need to be honest on this. Any guy that's an elite talent, yeah, that's the creme de la creme, we should be Chelsea, if you read the Athletic article as well, the Athletic article on Olise, by the way, mentions this too. The Athletic article mentions this on Olise, by the way, as well. The Athletic article mentions this. They clearly say, something in regards to the fact that we're not going after the creme de la creme. Yeah. So if I hear any Chelsea fan mention Wirtz, Musiala, Kvaratskhelia, Osimhen, any of those guys, you guys, I know the chat here can mention all that stuff to me. You know, we are not getting those ones. I just don't know. I want to make it clear, yeah. Any of those up and coming top tier elite talents, we're not getting those ones. You know what I mean? Those ready made top tier elite talents. I feel like we need to be honest on that section first. Secondly, yeah, we know what the club is looking for. They want these up and coming guys. Want to get the guy before he comes the guy. We've spoken about this before. You've said this before. I've repeated this before, right? We know that already. That's why you're getting the Estavals. That's why you're getting the Pyres. But, and I'll repeat this again, but a moment will come, right? A moment will come at this football club, yeah, where a lot of these guys, yeah, if let's say Palmer continues to ball out, let's say Enzo gets back on track, as we're all hoping here, gets to that level, yeah. Gusto could be another one, Lavia, Caicedo, let's say even Madueke, for example, I bet that gets to the top level. Even yeah, I'm just saying this, yeah, for Banta, Mudrik somehow decides to change his career and becomes good enough. even a Jackson at one point in time, right? They're eventually gonna get to reach a level where, let's say, yeah, they're good enough, but we're still giving them 80K a week on 80 deals. Eventually, they're gonna ask for upgrades in value. You know, they're gonna be demanding what the elite teams and the elite players are gonna be asking for, which is 80K, 90K. You know, they're gonna be around 200K a week, 250K a week, 300K a week, right? When that happens, is the football club gonna be able to, or are they willing to, you know what I mean, give them those upgrades in prices? That's the question you've got to ask yourself. And if they're not willing or yet to give those elite talents that I've just spoken about right now those prices, what makes you think they're going to do that for those players? We need to be honest, boys. Like, oh, I don't, you know what I mean? That argument, listen, but yes, it does make sense, Ike. The argument makes sense because if they're now not willing to get these elite talents with the prices that they want, no, then that's not gonna happen, bro. Why are why we should not shy away from that reality? We should not shy away from that reality, bro. uh, find you more players than that. But you get the point I'm trying to make, right? Yes, exactly. Red is correct, by the way, when he says that the best players will always want more, whether that be wages or competing for trophy, which, if we're being honest, has been lacking. Exactly. That is exactly, bro. At this point, we should be UCL, therefore, we should have more money for wages. But, bro, again, we should be able to at least provide one or two players that wages. Can we not do that, bro? Can we not truly provide one or two players that wages that we believe are elite enough to do that? Right? Can we, like, guys? You know, I don't know how to tell you this. 220K a week is not that much for the average top tier player, bro. Why? Why is that so hard to believe? If the players if the players place in the best of their capability, they'll make you so. I have no doubt about it. Again, that's not the issue, bro. They can make you sure. I'm asking you when it comes time to maybe they're like 3 years into the team, they've reached the UCL level, they're top tier talent, they're top tier players now. They're gonna want they're gonna want their contracts to, you know, feel like that too, right? They're eventually gonna want their contracts to reflect the fact they've become, you know, that value. Is the club gonna be willing to give them that money? We have to think about that, you know, critically, by the way. Like, that's a critical. If we don't think about it critically, then we know all we're doing is just saying, "No, it's just gonna be all right," and moving on. Yeah, exactly. That's I feel like that's what I'm trying to say. Maybe I'm not coming off like no. If you pay him then then Enzo Palmer are going to complain. Um, I understand. I can understand that point of view. The problem is though, Enzo. I'm trying to think about what to say. That's gonna make sense. Yeah. The problem is these guys are already locked into a contract. They're already locked into a 78-year deal. If they're already locked into a 78-year deal, why not do they're not, they can't move anywhere anytime soon. You already got them on death row contract. So what's the point? You know, you can still pay at least that value. If you are, the issue I have is you say you're obsessed with the player, you believe in this player, you're obsessed with him, and and everything like that. Why not just go for him for that price? Why not? 220K a week, guys. Again, I don't know about you guys. Maybe it's just me. I just don't feel like that is as much as many people believe, but that's just me. No, we cannot break the structure for players. We are not that much better than players we have in the squad. I disagree with that, by the way. I think Olise is just as good as Palmer. If not, they can be even better than him. Um, yes. Yeah, I'm good, bro. If you wanna come on, bro, you always feel free to. The contracts have wage rises than when you get to Europe. Yes, but their wage rises go up to a max of 150K a week, guys. I don't know if you know this again. I don't know how else to spin the block for you. Their maximum wage right now for the team is Post, Sterling, Reece James, Chilwell. There's another person I mean, Kukurea, and one more else, right? Yeah, and I think right then all of those guys. I think Nkuku's separate to you, by the way, or after Nkuku. I failed to believe Nkuku's on like that low wages, by the way. So those six, right? They're barring all of those people. They are all on those sort of wages, by the way. So again, let's pump the brakes on that one too. So I just think for me personally, and Abdi, there's going to be a point we reach where these players are going to want more money. When that happens, I'm not sure we can provide for that. So that's the issue I have. That's the worry I have. Doesn't mean I believe it's going to happen. It's a worry I have. I have to wait and see when they get these upgraded new contracts and stuff like that. I don't know about you guys, but maybe it's just me. Like the point I'm trying to make, this is slightly worrying to me. I need to see a bit more, obviously, data analysis. Yeah, yeah. That's the point I was making, Seth, bro. I was making that those guys were on there before, therefore, like we shouldn't include them, right? Everyone else afterwards has been on the 150K a week like deal. So again, for me personally, I've said what I'm trying to make is that I'm slightly worried by that. Like, if I'm being honest with you guys, that worries me a bit. So I want to wait and see what the approach is. The problem is, guys, yeah, and like I'm hearing, by the way, right now, is that Nico Williams, for example, yeah, Nico Williams is the apparently the next guy up. If you read, I think it was S.I. Phillips that reported that, and his latest thing is the next guy we're looking at. It's a quote, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, and guys, correct me if I'm wrong here. My guy, Nico Williams, on 210k euro per week, right? He's on 210k euro per week. Like, deep that, boys, deep that, yeah, deep that, and boys and girls, deep that, and everyone else included, deep that, 200k per euro per week, which is roughly 190k in thousand, right? 190,000 a week. We, in our current wage structure, Nico Williams cannot fit our team. We'd have to offer him a completely lower wage in order for him to come to our club. Do you realistically believe that Nico Williams will then come to our football club? You get what I'm saying to you, right? You then miss out on these guys that are almost there that maybe might want a bit more money. That's we already have players. Yeah, but again, those Thulani keyword, those players that we have were before the directors came in. Since directors have come in, no one has come in for that wage price. No one has not come for this wage price, by the way. That's factual. We're raging because rivals are bantering us. No. I'm not raging. I'm trying to be what's the word? I'm trying to be trying to look at this from a news perspective, because I don't know. People know what I believe, right? I've always liked this stuff. I like the structure. I like the wage structure, but I've always maintained there's going to be certain players where you must break the structure for, because they are that level of talent, in my personal opinion. But listen, we move on that one still. Let's see let's see what Chelsea value Nico Williams. Oh, but by the way, Nico Williams has his unreleased scores, I believe. I think his release scores is in around about the similar range to Olise's. So that Ike, if I'm not mistaken. Nkuku was a world class player before. Yes, exactly. He was world class. Do you understand the signing Olise and essentially the pre-director sort of contract would unsettle the team? This is uh, maybe and maybe not. I would say maybe and maybe not, bro. Because I think for me, the issue is, yeah, if you truly believe in a guy and you believe he's the creme de la creme with the level of Premier experience he has and how good of a player he is, I don't think it unsettles the team. Considering, because it will show you how much they value him. And if it's true, if I'm not mistaken, they want to already upgrade Palmer's contract, raise it to the same level as his. Simple as that, really. You need to run more. Okay, I want Olise to rub it. Okay. This is reminiscent of the Ugarte deal. Fair enough. Bring Due. I want Due, by the way. I'm a big fan of Due. You know that, Billy. I would love to bring Due to the club. He would probably be a lot more of a cheaper option to bring in. And he's got a lot more of potential, by the way. You know that too, Billy. If anyone that watches me knows, I've been a Due fan because I watch Red Rents on a regular basis. So we move on that one still. You go for someone else. But then who is that someone else? What, Somerville? Do you guys truly believe that? Do you see? I don't think people realize the drop off of like where we're going from. You went from Olise and Nico Williams, who are somewhere who are at that level, similar level, I would say. You then Somerville. That's what happens, bro. That's like the drop off that you're going towards, in my personal opinion. Mm. Isn't Williams report was it Williams report somewhat contradicting in regards to your wage structure, or is it just a PR that or gas for farmers? No. So I don't know. So the wage structure is 150k, I think, max per week, if I'm not mistaken, and then it gets reduced further if there's no UCL, not everything like that. So that's not true. Nico Williams will have to lower his wage demands for a bigger move, though. Barca are the only other. Yeah. Barca's wage structure is completely cooked, by the way. They have to like go on extremely low wages. My point is, why risk it? Sometimes, bro, if the talent is good enough and you truly believe in it, you go for the risk. Oh, big up to my guy Jojo. He says, "Oh man, at least he wants 300k a week total. He's a good player, but he says no, he has not done anything to deserve." By the way, he did not demand 300k a week. Apparently, he was demanding 220k a week, bro. That's how much he was demanding. 220k a week, and he was on 100k a week. Crystal Palace already told him he's going to double it. So if Chelsea were going to meet, that price, it had to be 200k a week or in and around that period. So 200k a week or 200 to 220k a week for him is honestly not as bad as people are making it out to be. By the way, for the talent that he is and the experience. Why didn't the fan base crash out like this for the Ottoman news? By the way, that's another thing. Good point, Joel. One of the news that came out about the Osimhen stuff was that the wage that he was demanding was way too much for Chelsea. And remember, he probably demanded 300 to 325k a week, and Chelsea do not believe that's the wage for him. So anyone that believes Osimhen's coming up because of Olise, I want to let that be known. That's not happening either. Gives the others will ask for main wage and makes them. Yes, but again, the difference between them would probably be the only one that can ask for that wage is Cole Palmer. Everyone else cannot ask for that wage because they didn't perform as well as they could last season. Let us be honest, Mike Majors, as well. Kudos, I don't think anyone's going to go after him until next season because I believe next season he's got a release clause. That's when everyone's going to go after him, in my personal opinion. So listen, we got to wait until then, my friend. The drop off is drop off until the players give a chance to form at CFC. But is that what we have become, bro? Shouldn't there be at least some level of like talent we should be going after? Like when you go after guys like Kendry and like Esteval, the reason why I like that so much because I can see the elite. They're like wonder kids almost. They're basically wonder kids, right? But we shouldn't be going after guys that we still need 3-4 years to develop, bro. But when you got a guy like Esteval and Kendry, if you continue on their trajectory and you give them the time, right? Those guys are going to be world class players. World class players. Yes, I agree with that, but the problem is you can't get really bring in necessarily a left winger, by the way, with Salah Mudryk. So I know that a lot of people want left wingers. I agree with that personally too, but that's not going to happen, by the way. I just don't believe it's going to be the case, considering with what's going on right now too. We didn't agree on wages and we couldn't offer Champions. But if you've read the reports, Jojo, he wanted to come to us. He actually wanted to come to us. The Champions League stuff was really, I feel like that's a bit more of a PR stunt from the club because, in my personal opinion, because he did really well and truly want to come to us, by the way, right? So again, I'm not too worried about that one, by the way. I'm not too worried about that. I just think for me, personally, you know me, like I've always wanted. I lived at Olise before even Palmer came. So for me, this is a special transfer. I actually don't care that we haven't got Olise, by the way. I want to make that clear too. Yeah, I'm unhappy we didn't get him, but I want to talk about more so the fact that the contract, the wage structure, the wages that he asked for, and like the other players that we can't even go after because that wage is the issue for me, Jojo. I don't know if you understand that, by the way. That's my issue fundamentally. The issue for me is the wages, by the way, because like if Osimhen, if we can't even bring in Osimhen because of the wages, like is Osimhen going to accept everyone now? Is Osimhen going to accept Enzo because he's getting 300k a week, even though for a lot of people he's one of the best strikers in the world? Like, let's be honest. No. You can't get a fleece if the value for him is 60 million, bro. If the value for him is 60 million, that's not being fleeced. Damn, guess the end of Chelsea. No. Let's not do that. I think that's just being stupid, by the way. Exactly. And so again, I think for me, I feel like that we're not gonna go for the. I want people just to understand that I think the elite signings are gonna be very rare to happen at this club, and that we are the way we are moving more so is that we're trying to bring in these guys before they come in. As I've repeated multiple times before to many of you guys who have watched this channel before, that's the plan they're trying to do. I just think right now you are now the worry I have now is that let's say we're trying to go for a guy like let's say if Lamine Yamal, for example, was at let's look at easy club too. Let's say Lamine Yamal was at Villarreal, for example, right? He was balling like he was now, right? And for Chelsea, the transfer value is not going to be easy to agree with. But what happens if you ask for a wage structure of like 200k a week, 210k a week, and Chelsea then can't accept him, and then they move on from him? Would you guys, as Chelsea fans, be happy about that? Some of it was not a wonder kid, bro. Let's be honest. Come on, let's not do that, bro. No big club. Yes, exactly. Joe's correct. So no big signings will be made at this club without Igbali having to take control. Exactly. And by the way, yeah, the other thing about the Olise deal, which I'll come back to once we finish this wage conversation, because there's another part of this conversation that I want to discuss with you guys. Yeah, I think they didn't want to give him the wages because they thought that he's not worth it, and not even playing for his country. That's why. But to be honest, He's playing for the Olympics team. There's a difference, though. I think with our current research, we get top. With our current squad, we get top four. Yeah, I agree with that. By the way, I like the squad. You guys know me. I have a lot of. I'm a fan of a lot of the players we have. I just think again, added value is also key. FFS Ahmed, you cared, you lost it. I don't care because I never wanted him. I just started laughing. Fair enough. No, I just don't think Olise is that player. Fair enough, bro. Again, we can agree to disagree with that one, bro. I was under the impression that he would be around 170k. I thought that too. I thought it was something like that too, but clearly something's happened. Um, I think it's the way he plays, his value. If you also go for potential too, as well to think about that too. Um, yep, Isiamal was Palmer Wonder Kid. Palmer was one of the best young players, though. He's not Wonder Kid level, but he was one of the best up and coming young players. Yes. Um, Mike Majors, even under 70k would be no go. Lavia, Madawaki, Jackson, Gusto, all earn between 45k to 65k. Yes, something that not many people apparently know. But listen, we learn, as I always say, we learn something new every day. So hey, that's what we like to hear around here. But guys, over 69 of you guys here, please. I am 2 away from 350. I'm 2 away from 350, guys. Let's make sure to help me get there, please. It'd be an honor to do so. Thank you very much. But listen, let's move away from the wage stuff, right? Because the wage stuff, I think, is just another thing entirely. I want to talk about something else. Um, I actually wanna talk about something else here, which is not just the wages, but the ownership. So some of the stuff that's come out about this, yeah, if you a lot of the Chelsea insiders are talking about it, is that the directors apparently were dilly dallying too much, were taking their time too much, weren't moving that fast enough to even get the deal done themselves, right? And apparently they had already accepted the personal terms, they had done everything, but they were taking way too long to get deals done. And like if you've heard a lot of these guys, the way they speak about the what's it called, the ownership and the stuff the stuff they've said, yeah. I don't know if you guys have heard about it. Like they are very bad at negotiating. Like apparently they're very like schoolboy in terms of the way they negotiate deals. So that for me, and like again, if you think about it with the players you've been able to sign, yeah, and how hard it's been for us to sign the elite players, whether you believe that to be like such as an Enzo, a Caicedo, and I would at least say might be in the step in the middle of that one too. Yeah, even when we were trying to get Mudrik, the fact that the what's it called, Baghdad Iqbali was the one that had to negotiate even that one too, for example, right? That for me, you have to ask the question, why are they still here? If they're unable to negotiate, by the way, this stuff and these values, by the way, how are they still at this football club, by the way? Again, another question you got to ask yourself: how are these directors still here? Why are they still here? Why, you know, why? What's the point of having them here as well? So, again, for me personally, that's another thing you've got to come and understand too. You know what I mean? What was the point of that? What's the point of them being there if they can't even do this? What's it called, as usual? If they cannot even do this as usual, and I just want to tell you guys, by the way, Chelsea. There's some little quick breaking news. While it's was it good? There's some bit of breaking news, by the way. While I was speaking, Chelsea have formally presented a 14.2 million offer for Boca Juniors for Aaron Anselmino. So obviously that's the centre back that we've been tracking for a while now. It seems that he's going to be the new guy we're going to be bringing in. So hey, we move on that one too. So hey, yup, Mike, Samuel ain't coming. Stop it, Zube. Uh, I don't mind. Listen, you know me. I don't even know Samuel that much, bro. That's so my knowledge even on Samuel. I'm already on is very limited. Again, back to my guy at Dimas Prime. He says, "Wait, what was the point of waiting for 4 weeks if you were going to walk away because of the wages? The math's not adding up." I agree with that one too, bro. That doesn't make sense either. This is the issue for me. That's another issue I've got. Yeah, if you've been negotiating for 4 weeks, which is a whole month, by the way, you've been negotiating a whole month for this player, you've been doing all this stuff for this much, and you've been obsessed with him. More so for me, this feels like incompetence has been part of another part of the major reason as to why they do. Hey Ahmed, at least you're level-headed. A lot of these those content are acting like a bunch of spoiled kids. Like now, no. Listen, I'm trying to look at it objectively. If you guys disagree with me, I obviously want to hear your opinions, bro, because then we can at least converse. I can get your point of view. Maybe I might not disagree. I may still disagree with it, but at least I understand it, bro. So you don't ask you have to ask the question, why are they negotiating? Exactly. if you guys are not good negotiators and you've seen that before, why not bring in someone, yeah, that's a good negotiator? If these guys are adding value elsewhere, why not bring in an actual top DOF that can do the negotiating and everything like that? You know what I'm saying? That's what it is for me personally, more so than anything. Why are you not bringing in this type of guy that's able to do that job for you? So that's the question you've got to ask yourself on that one as well, bro. Because it just for me, it keeps on getting crazier and crazier and crazier. That's all it is, bro. I think the whole time was they were trying to lower his wage demand. Maybe Ike. I don't know. So we signed a position. We signed a position. So a 17-year-old CB we don't need. Instead of fixing our weaknesses, left back, keeper, striker, and left wing. Our directors are bozos. Get me, but directors that can negotiate. That kind of, yeah, man. Let's hope we can get that done, bro. Because we need that, bro. Yeah, I get that, bro. It's all well and good doing that, but I feel like, bro, I feel personally they are just not good negotiators either, bro. If they're good negotiators, bro, then you know I don't think that would be much of an issue. I honestly do not think that would be much of an issue, by the way. Again, I just don't think they're as good negotiators because again, if you've heard a lot of the people that a lot of these guys, a lot of the Chelsea insiders, the way they speak about them and the way they allegedly negotiate stuff, then you got to ask yourself the question: why are they not just as good as negotiators? Right? That's all it is, bro. That's all I'm asking. So listen, Let's move on from this. I mean, it's just I'm sorry. You know me. I'm a very positive guy. I'm always smiling, as you can see, of course. You know what I mean? I like to be positive, man. Positivity is the best ability, as I always say, bro. So listen, let's look at something else, bro. Let's listen. Let's look at something else, bro. Let's look at something else, as I've always said. Let's look at some of the other news that's come out today. That's because there has been some other news that's come out today, which is let's see how positive we can get on this one. And that is, of course, that this is from Platigo. Yeah, let's just wait and see. That's it. I'm just gonna, what I mean, I've got the meme that I always use, but we'll talk about that one later. Here we go. This is, of course, the other news I've got on my stream today, and that is on uh Maximilian Beier. Right. Chelsea have registered interest in Maximilian Beier. Obviously, he's been on a goal scoring run for Hoffenheim. I think he scored 16 goals the last time I checked. Let me just bring him up for you guys. For you guys too, so that you can actually see a bit more about him, and you can get a bit more of a understanding about him as well. Right? Here we go. Boom. Obviously, Maximilian Beier, 33 matches played, 16 goals, 1 assist, age 21 years old. He's exceeded his XG by 100 and, like, I think 100 and percentage. Uh, yeah, yes, they are good negotiators. We can just blow money to the first goal with the big butt, regardless. Yo, what a comment, JJ, bro. What a comment, JJ. That's a big up to you, bro. That was an insane comment. He's a 20. He actually had a good season, actually. At Hoffenheim, 16 goals, 1 assist, 21 years old, 33 matches played, as you guys can see. If you look at it, has a very high shot creation action, as I said to you before. Very, if you look at it, probably somewhere within the average, I would say, just above the average, in the 60th percentile. It's got a 0.6 non-penalty XG, of course. If you look at if you look at that, he's pretty much that's a version of almost Zerho Girassi, actually. Funnily enough, touches, gets a lot of progressive passes, so he's someone that likes to really get in behind, as you guys can see. Wait and see. What is this DI? We are not going to sign any top players. Period. Yeah. Again, I don't know what that's from. At least he's got more goals than Durant and the Atletico Madrid player. Yeah, well, but again, again, this is play goal. So again, with play goal, I always say pinch of salt. Don't take everything that he says as literally as possible. Sometimes he's not what's it called? He's not as reliable as the average Joe. So again, as I've always said before, take everything he says with a pinch of salt. So a pinch of salt, and we'll see what happens in that one. Now, and unless we get some more news tonight, which is very rare because it's almost been that at this moment in time in the UK, then again, nothing is actually happening in that regard. So listen, we move on that one still. But as of this moment, we've registered interest. You know what Chelsea's like; they can register interest all they want, but if they're not able to get the player, then hey ho, man, we move. Let's read some more of your comments. You say we signed Caicedo, Enzo, and Mudryk, so not like we can't spend. No, 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 no. But Zubair, again, you and I, we're not getting. You and I, we're not getting the point. Chelsea right now, they can spend. That's correct. What you're saying correct is correct. I think the issue becomes the wages, bro. They're not offering the big wages though. They can spend a lot on a player, but they're not willing to offer him high wages though. That's what we're making, Zubair. I think hopefully understand. Well, that's what they're expecting, bro. Yes, exactly. Abdul thank you. Um, well, anyway, this is him again. I would usually show comps, but again, this is YouTube, so I can't even show. I can't even show that stuff on YouTube right now. But obviously, oh, here it is. All right, fair enough. Here we go. I want to share the screen on this one too, by the way. Here we go. And this is obviously on Nico Williams now. This came out literally 3 minutes ago. Chelsea, Arsenal, and Liverpool are the three Premier League clubs keeping a close eye on Nico Williams' 58 million release clause, which is around about 52 million pound British pound sterling, I believe. Right, release clause is on his contract. Now, again, key thing, all these three are doing that. Now, whether or not we're gonna pay for it, we can pay that again. We know Chelsea can do that. There's no denying that at all. The question is, are we gonna be able to obviously I'm getting for that wage structure we have? I personally do not think so. We see. Um. Would he be sustainable if we offer the big wages? I think big wages though. You have. I think I'm not saying you need to offer big wages to every single player, but I am saying if you are gonna bring in one or two like elite players, just like to complete a squad, you have to have. Yeah, you can be sustainable by offering that to one or two players. Not all of the players, not the 11, but like one or two specific players, right? You should be able to do that. That's my school of thought, Mike Majors. I'm pretty sure you have to agree with that too, bro. Um, that's what we said last year. We ain't getting nobody. Somebody save us, and then we got no, bro. Again, I'm waiting to see approach right now. I'm gonna wait to see what happens in the transfer markets, and I agree with you that that's happening. Um, in regards to it, we'll see what happens, bro. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens at the end of the day, man. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. Mm. Bro, I told you guys, do you want to come on, broski? Let me know. I'll send you the link right now. Send you the link right now. Of course, please do come on, bro. Have your say. Have your say. Please do have your say, man. I'm always welcome to my boys coming on, bro. Always. That's what I'm saying. Mike Majors, that's the point I'm trying to make, my friend. You and I, we agree on that. I think you and I we agreed on this, by the way. When I say that, listen, what again, get on, Will. Fair enough. X is over capacity. Oh my god. What is wrong with X, man, these days, man? It's actually cooked, you know. I actually hate X so much, by the way. How are you over capacity right now, bro? What is going on? Try again. Finally. Sorry. I'm in Germany, bro. Forgot about that. Sorry, mate. Where's Will as well? William Shakespeare. Will. Yeah, this is definitely over capacity. I can see it right now. Yeah. There we go. It should be sent now too. All right. Both of you have got link. Get on real. Yeah. Again, but that's a mistake. But that happened before us. Yeah. We listen. Sterling got super. Yeah, but again, that was before the ownership had actual director of football and actual plan. Olise is no, but bro, that's 220k a week, bro. That's not. I feel like world class wage for me is 250 and above. 220 is not that. It's not that level. Zubair, yeah, but we signed Sterling after yes, exactly. Olise has been the Prem how long? 4 seasons, my friend. 4 seasons. Again, so we've been sent. So again, man, it's this is from Fabrizio Romano. There's actually more news on Olise actually as we speak. Chelsea started to feel strange 2 days ago when Palace offered Olise a new deal. They understood he still wasn't sold on the Chelsea project, but they still kept their confidence because they had been negotiating and speaking for more than 1 year. So Chelsea tried and tried again to present their project and ideas. So they have been feeling they had a feeling to convince Olise and make it happen as their top target. After they negotiated, Olise told Palace he wanted to join Bayern. Chelsea left early because they thought the design was too expensive. So that's what has happened. Let's bring on my first guest, Willis Cool, and let's bring on my second guest, Real Chris.
Damn, I thought that was Ward's second guest. But how you feeling, man? How you feeling with the news today? Because you went a bit red earlier. I thought, is this guy gonna explode?
No, it was the color. It was the color of the camera, bro. You know, it's the different type of light.
I've never seen you red ever, though. I thought at least they got to you, man.
Nah, you know where it is, bro.
I will say, Ahmed, you may not like hearing this, but I felt like we don't need to actually go for a right winger, and at least he's a great player.
Well, guys,
I felt like he's asking too much.
I actually don't think. Again, you guys, you and me, yeah. I don't think any of us here disagree about the fact that he was gonna be a luxury signing, right? I think that's correct. Yeah, even the chat will agree with me when they say he's a luxury signing. I think the issue for me, and I was saying this to the chat, and some are agreeing with me, some are disagreeing with me. Yeah, it's that fundamentally, if we cannot offer, listen, we can have a wage structure, right? Right, but there's going to be times where that wage structure has to be broken, right, for certain players, right?
Is that worth it for Olise though?
No. But
he's not Neymar.
I feel like for me, yes. For 220k a week, honestly, for him, I think no, it's 220, bro. That's the price that he's going. That's the wage structure he's been asking for, 220k a week. I honestly, bro, that's not too much, bro. And then we're hearing the same issue about wages, by the way, even for a guy like Victor Osimhen too, right? We've heard about that too, where the wages are above Chelsea, right?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying to you, right?
I was gonna say though, Ahmed, like if Olise goes in 220, I know Cole Palmer is below 200k. He's gonna be asking for more money because he is our best player last season by a country mile. So like players like that will be asking for more money. So that's probably a problem in itself. Like so it's gonna cause issues where Cole Palmer is that guy you want to build around as well. So you don't want to let piss him off. So. I would rather us actually go for another for an actual left winger instead of like.
But can I ask you a question, Chris? So Chris, yeah. So you said left winger. Okay. I'm all for that. I'll let
there's like 3 players I can list for that, by the way.
All right, no, that's fine. But so let's say, for example, Nico Williams, right? Would that be on the top of your list? Who would be on the top of your list?
He's actually top 5, yeah.
Yeah. So right, Nico Williams currently is on 210k euros.
Oh yeah, we're not going to sign Williams. I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right. I'm just giving up. That's something that people have been speaking about, right? He's not going to fit in our wage structure.
I can't believe he's actually on 220.
210 euros per week.
He plays for Seville, right? I know he plays for
Athletic Club. But they don't spend on wages.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
Yeah.
But I don't know how much Kvaratskhelia is on. I don't think he's on more.
Kvaratskhelia, I know Kvaratskhelia is going to demand wages of 200k and above. Like, there's no way to come. Like, I'm pretty sure if you ask chat, Kvaratskhelia, they would say the same thing.
Well, why isn't like Enzo or Caicedo the big money signings?
But wait, that's 2 guys off the list. Who's the next left winger that you like as well? Please tell me.
Leao and Eze.
Leao is going to be definitely asking for more than 200k a week. Bro.
Yeah, I would say Leao might ask for like 200k, but Eze would not.
Yeah, Eze would ask for that. How? What? This is a big move.
He is a big move, but he wouldn't get. He wouldn't get 200k. At
one of the best in his position in the EPL. Why would he not demand 200k a week, bro?
Because I don't think he can get that anywhere else. I don't think many, unless he goes to Man United. Man
United would give him that wages.
I don't think City would. I don't think no. Who's the highest earner at Tottenham now? Really?
You don't believe Tottenham and City would give a Berici Eze
City don't need to. They say we're Man City. We can get someone else.
No, Man City would give him that wage. They don't
even give Doku and all those players 200k.
Doku is a prospect player. I was watching at Rennes. He's not on that level. There's no, of course,
they paid like 60 million for him though.
Well, Eze has been an experienced EPL player who's been getting numbers for the last 2 seasons, bro.
Yeah, yes. That's why I'd actually rather sign over Olise, by the way.
Listen, that's my thing. Okay, I'm relaxing. Bro, Eze is on 100k a week. Eze is definitely going to be looking to double his contract.
I think Chelsea give him 170k, and I think he'd be happy with that. I really think
Do,
he'd be
do,
hard for you
do,
like that.
people think I'm really going crazy on that one. Do you truly believe Eze would not ask for 200k a week to any club he goes towards?
200 be. I think Chelsea would be okay with 200k. I think it's when you go over 200k, like 220 or maybe 250.
Yeah.
I think
But,
Chelsea would be okay with it.
Okay,
Realistically, I think,
if I'm going hyperbolic, let me know, boys. Okay, I'm gonna actually read the chat by the way as well because they're saying we can't afford Nico Williams. Yep.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I agree with Nico
again.
Williams.
wait, we can't afford it. We won't pay the money.
No, we can pay the money for
Yeah,
him,
exactly.
but we can't. But the
Someone's on
wages.
190k. It's
So-
not that
Oh,
much.
fair enough.
You know what? I'm looking at links now. It looks like we are looking at
Let's say we'll be fine with 175k
Yeah.
a week. Fair enough, bro. But I don't think that. But again, our maximum is 150k a week, though, Joel. So if it's 150k a week is the maximum for us, we're not gonna go above that. By the way,
I think
Is it?
Chelsea are going to sign Somerville, you know.
Sign who?
I think Somerville will be up there. And I think we'll look at your boy from Rennes as well, Ahmed. I actually think
Desiree Doué. I think he's
Yeah.
good enough, bro.
I think
he
we might.
wouldn't. He wouldn't demand over 150k. There's no way. I don't think he would. So, but you see what I mean. And also we got that
Guys,
Brazilian.
do you know how
kid-
much they get in
Can I-
Olise for, by the way? That's
can-
some breaking news, by the way.
what,
55,
sorry?
right?
50 million, bro.
50
Hmm.
million for him. That's not bad.
A whole
That's
package
nice. But
worth of 50 million for him, bro.
but Ahmed, why does Chelsea desperately need a right winger, right? When we signed some Brazilian kid for for
Chris,
future,
Chris,
got
Chris,
Ant,
Chris,
who's
Chris,
a
Chris,
right
Chris,
winger. We've got
respectfully, Chris,
Madueke.
Chris, respectfully,
Madueke,
Chris,
your boy,
respectfully.
you know who
Let
you
me go,
love.
let me go, Chris, Chris, respectfully, Chris, yeah.
What's the point signing then?
No, Chris, respectfully, if you are saying this is your number one target, you are putting out to the media, you are obsessed with the player, you want this player no matter what, you want this guy for every single thing right now. His release cost was 60 million, bro.
I don't think to me
His release cost was
he's
60
the
million,
main
Seth, bro.
player. Yeah.
His release cost was 60 million, bro. So the fact they've been able to sign him for around 50, a packet of around 50. So that means that could be even less than 50.
It could be less or
And
higher.
again-
Yeah. It's not the same, really.
Bro.
I reckon it'd be higher though, like 55.
La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah, bro. That's what I'm just gonna say, bro. You know what I mean? This is could be. I could crash out over this again. You know, this is another thing you can crash out over. By the way, do you know how insane that is?
I might get front row seats this time.
For 40 something million, we could have something in the 40 something
It's
million.
almost like the
we could have got
kudos
this
thing
guy.
again.
I would look at maybe Nusuf as well from Club Brugge. I'd be open to.
They're not going for Nusa because of the. Do you know how bad? So, bro, deep it, bro. Deep it, bro. He's going for potentially even less than 50 M's. Potentially less than 50 M's. Potentially less than 50 M's. Deep it, boys. Think. Use that. Please. Use
It's starting to sound
it.
like that's ref now.
Oh my god.
But why?
No,
like, okay, we got other right wingers. I'm not even mad.
Yes, biggest correct, you know.
We spent
Oh,
30
man,
million on
that
the
is the
Brazilian right
that was the
winger.
argument earlier. At 50 million, Bayern probably got installments. That's what I'm saying.
I think it's the wage thing
No,
was
my-
the killer, Ahmed. I think it's the wage was the killer. The price for 50 million is not
No,
killer.
man, this
It's the
is
wage.
actually no.
And because it will
One-
cause problems at Chelsea if he's on 220. It will cause
No,
problems.
no. This is no, man.
People like
no,
Gallagher,
no.
Palmer, and all that would be outraged.
Oh,
like,
my
Right,
if
you
he's
know what
I'm
we
not-
should do? Should we do Chelsea target bingo? Should we do
Oh,
something?
God. He's
So-
gone.
I'm gonna see. Okay, I'm gonna go through players who I think will be linked to. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we'll be linked to Noosa again. I think we'll be linked to Somerville. I think we'll be linked to Williams further, but I don't think that'll go anywhere. I think we'll be linked to Francisco Conceição. I think we'll be linked to
Is he actually gone? Ahmed,
don't
you
know.
can't just abandon your stream like this.
will we link to these young guys? That's who we'll be linked to.
Well, I saw that Desiree Doué links initially, but I think the
Desiree
Desiree Doué
Doué as
links
well, yeah.
was that apparently we're trying to send him to Strasbourg, bro, because of Mudryk and Sterling. So there's no way he's coming out, bro.
Who did you try to sell Strasbourg?
We're trying to get him to Strasbourg, yeah. But he's how can we go, bro? Strasbourg, he's about to go to we're trying to send a guy that's at Rennes that's trying to compete for Europe, yeah, and send him to Strasbourg where they compete for relegation. La ilaha
What is this like? It happened a couple of seasons ago with Rafinha.
Isn't
Like,
that
we could've
ahead
gone
of
for, like,
at least he's not ahead of Madueke? Bro, Joe, I disagree personally, bro. Is it the
Yeah,
wage,
it's
bro?
the wage. It is the wage. It's not because of the price.
Sorry, man. I had to do it behind the scenes.
I'll
Is
be
there
honest,
any?
Pain.
I'll be honest, Ahmed. I was never confident. I don't want to be. I'm not even saying this out of a way of I told you so. I genuinely
Yeah.
didn't see the deal being done because it's not
It-
a priority for the club. Realistically, the target.
But they've
itself,
been.
They want him.
But wait, hear me out. Hear me out. I think the target himself is one where in that right-sided winger position, I think it's Olise or bust. If I'm being honest, I think they really like Olise. I think they're targeting him and him only on that side, and I think they haven't got their guy. So I see them moving on to other positions. Maybe on the left-hand side, maybe a striker, maybe both.
They're not going for a left winger, bro. I'm gonna be so honest with you.
Why not?
Because listen, they've got they've got Mudryk and Sterling.
But
Unless they're planning to move,
That's a
unless
non-factor, though, really.
I
Because they've got-
disagree, because unless they're gonna move on either one of those, they are not gonna bring them in. The reason why the research stuff here was making sense only because they were like, we're gonna shift Palm into a 10 role, and then it'll be Madueke and Olise on the right hand
But
side.
then my point to that is, then you've got to sign a 10 or a striker, which I don't see us progressing in the last
They
few
are
days.
planning to buy.
Realistically.
They're literally going for every single option possible. Duran apparently is asking for too much high wages. Apparently, the alleged I think Vic was saying he might be asking for 100k a week when the guy that's been scoring us 14 goals a week is on 65k a week apparently. So there's no chance that's gonna happen.
I'm looking at I saw people earlier talk about the Barcelona youngster. Yeah, he doesn't play for their first team, so he'd be for a flip. I think he'd be a reserve.
It'd literally be a flip, automatic flip. Yeah. So yeah, he's not coming. Yep. Yeah. Joe, it feels good. Is that so, Chris? Does it feel good, Chris? Right, yeah. That feels even better.
So Max Beier, well, is that how you pronounce it, by the way?
Max Beier. Yeah, Max Beier.
I do not watch Hoffenheim. I'm not going to act like I watch Hoffenheim. I spoke to someone on Twitter who's a German football fan. He has watched Hoffenheim.
Fair enough, Jojo.
He personally said that physically he's very good, and he can run the channels well. Physically he's good, and he's better than Duran. But he said it's not worth it. He said it's not a player that can elevate us. Apparently, according to my good friend who is a German football fan, and lives in Germany right now. So if that's the feeling in Germany, that he's good physically, but nothing more really, I mean, is it worth that punt of 30 million euros? Maybe, maybe not. So I'm not moved.
Yeah.
Again, by the way, Abdimas Prime, I don't know if you know this, Liam Tuomi himself, one of the Athletic, again, I always say the most reliable. The Chelsea journalists and Ornstein there are pretty much tier 0, I would say, yeah, when it comes to Chelsea stuff. And they've literally said left back is not a priority. We've not heard anything about left back.
Good. Actually, no, not good. We need a backup left back. We got no Madsen.
Oh, sorry, Chris, man. We got your boy Chilwell there too. And keeper,
Chilwell's a backup.
Literally, they have released reports of a goalkeeper saying, "Listen, we believe in Sanchez, Robert Sanchez Nation."
So no. They believe in Sanchez to be a backup.
No, they want Sanchez to start.
Yes, they want Sanchez to be the starter.
Why they want
so again, Abdimas Prime, left back and striker, bro, as of right now, is not on the list, bro.
I'll be real, man. I'm sick of our goalkeeper options. I know
the Kuku dilemma solved.
There's only one really good.
You might get a player for Villa Academy. Yeah, well, Villa Academy, another one to flip, isn't it?
No, not Duran. Duran stinks.
They get another guy to flip.
Do people really want Xerxes at Chelsea? Really? Wow. I don't think they've watched Bologna.
They've not watched Bologna, bro. They've not watched Bologna.
Because Xerxes is very raw, promising, has a lot of attributes, physically very good, relatively technical than a lot of number 9s. But I wouldn't say he's insane. I wouldn't say he's worth the risk. I think United will make a mistake. I think he should stay in Serie A and replace Giroud at Milan. I think that would be perfect for him.
Apparently, it's because the agent that's not working at Milan. By the way, the agent's asking for too much of it. What's it called?
Don't get me wrong. I'd rather Xerxes. I'd rather the devil I know. So if it's Xerxes or God, I can't even pronounce his name. The guy from Alaves or Atletico, because I'd rather the devil I know. So I'd rather Xerxes than him, but and Xerxes is a better player than him. I'm not saying Xerxes is trash. I'm just not moved heavily, to be honest. But I could get behind it more.
Yeah, I am curious who we actually go for on transfer because I thought we was actually going half and half.
I give up.
So
I gi-
you give up.
I just give up, man. Big
I
three.
really think we should be going for an actual left winger instead of like any other position first. Maybe,
I
because
will
whoever can.
maintain this till the days I die. They're not going after a left winger, bro.
So what are they going for then?
You gotta ask them, mate. Right now they're going for.
They don't need a left back. They don't need a
They're
keeper.
going for Duran. They're going between Duran, someone else.
Well, that's a striker then. And Duran is
Yeah,
not
they're just
enough
going for
for
strikers
otherwise.
right now, isn't it? They're going for someone to compete with Jackson, and that's pretty much it, bro. So, hey,
I mean,
after
I
that-
understand getting a backup, but I'd rather a different backup compared to Duran. Duran is just not showing enough at all because he's
He
just.
might not even be Duran, bro. He might not.
I'd rather Saul off over Duran.
I wouldn't.
I think I would. Just fuck it. It'd be cheaper and it'd be a backup.
I actually don't think Solow's bad, but no, can't.
No,
be
but
good.
he won't be that expensive, would he? He'd be like 30 million or something.
Well, Abdiman's
be
prime.
good.
It's a striker, but as you can see, they've got a lot of options. They've got the gentleman here that we just spoke about, Maya, that we just spoke about. Obviously Duran was one of those options previously. Samu Omoridion was another option. Bia, of course. They already left Osimhen long time ago. So your guess is as good as mine.
I think we only got like 100 and something like million to spend on.
Are we going to sign that centre back, by the way, from Boca? Because apparently you've bid.
Yeah, we bid 14.2. Yeah, we bid 14.2 million.
40?
Joe, again,
No,
if that was gonna happen, we would have had it by now. That's like Madrid ain't happening.
Oh my god! People want to blame everyone apart from. I don't get this, man. People want to blame everyone apart from the ownership at times. I'm not saying in this particular occasion, but it's pissing me off. I'm seeing people say how we bottled Sesko. Apparently, well, everyone's bottled Sesko, haven't they? Talking about bottling rice. Okay, how have we bottled rice when we never bid
We
for
didn't
it?
bottle rice. Yeah, like we went for
What the
another
fuck are
midfielder.
people talking about? This fan base makes me sick.
Wait,
We don't
was
deserve
it?
nice
We got
things.
Enzo instead. Yeah, we got Enzo. No,
We don't
Caicedo.
No,
sorry.
I'm just explaining the options that are available right now, my brother. It's not to say whether or not it will happen or not, my bro. I hope you understand that. But guys, listen, over 50 of you in here. I'm nearly at 350, 355. I'm 5 away from 355. Make sure to subscribe, please. And it's 5 of you to subscribe right now to get me to my goal. Thank you very much. You see me cry. You've seen me crash out. Listen, you know, if
That was amazing to
you know
watch.
what I mean, I was even red at one point apparently.
You were very red.
You know,
You're
it
not
was
so red now.
I am red because if I just change the color right
Bro,
now,
we were watching the Netherlands game. And
see,
I
see how
had-
red I am?
No, it's not the same.
had
You
the
was
stream
actually red
on.
in the cheeks a bit more. It was
I had-
honestly red in the cheeks.
I had the
Was I?
stream on.
He had
Oh
rosy
my
cheeks, man.
god! No,
I could just hear
man.
you, bro. We were worried. I literally could hear you over the commentary on my game.
I was listen. You know, I'm not fully. What's it called?
You crashed out.
My skin tone. It would still show a bit of red. My brother, that Olise, you know, now is not the Olise you know years ago. He blew up, my brother. Yeah, man. He ain't. Listen, when he left the ends, man. He left the ends in it. Now he's a different man, man. He left the ends, and now he's a different man. Yeah, man. That's what happens these days, bro. You know what I mean? The brothers, the man, them change when they leave the hood, innit? It's not easy, bro. It's not easy. But again, I need one more subscriber for 350, please. One subscriber for 350, please. Please make sure to do so, bro. Help your boy out here, man. But guys, man.
These tough times, man. These tough times for Ahmed. No Olise.
Bro,
He rejected.
Chris
us,
is
man.
just crashing on me, bro. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ, Chris, bro. What's going on, bro? Can you allow me, bro? I'm innocent. I'm a skin, bro. What's
Honestly,
going on?
I was probably like you with Kudos. I really wanted Kudos, and then I saw us get Cole Palmer, and I was like, kind of
This is not happening either, by the way.
No, but I wanted him last season, right? Because I felt like we
Yeah.
was getting in those like rumors and stuff like that, and we was
forgot-
having talks. But
I
then we got
forgot
Cole
Oliver
Palmer.
was in Germany, by the way, and I said
Yeah.
him this.
Yeah, I messaged him. He said, I think I'm in Belgium.
Oh God, my God, don't kill me. Listen, man. But no, man. Listen, honestly, bro, I could crash out here at any moment in time, bro. I could crash out here at any moment in time, bro.
What
But
else
listen,
could top it off, man, to make you crash out even more?
honestly, I think if you bring in a striker that is not even as big as
That good.
Jackson on some level,
Yeah.
Listen, it's
I could
crazy,
throw
man.
around who
What,
has
what
a
is
great
it?
power
Ahmed
shot.
celebrated us rejecting Osimhen, so I have to celebrate Olise rejecting
Nah,
us.
guys, the other day, please, everyone, go to the last 45 minutes, of Casually FC and just watch it. It's like a movie. After this stream, go over there,
It's
write
a
up
stream
the
with all the
notes,
predictions, by
write
the
up
way.
the quotes. Yeah, sorry, not the last one, the one before. Write up the notes and quotes, Come back ready for tomorrow on Ahmed's stream. And
I think a lot of people
Good.
like Joel definitely know why. Yeah, like they heard Ahmed saying Olise clear of Cole Palmer.
Marshall, if you're watching, you're not innocent either, bro. You're not completely innocent, you know? You're not.
Olise won
Think goes
Hollywood. The
far.
whole football world know who he is now because of comps.
Nah, they know who he is because of Ahmed, man.
You know what I mean? These men are really about to get what's it called? Yeah, Javi Simmons.
Do you know what? I blame Ahmed. Bayern Munich scouts watch
Simmons.
Casually FC.
Javi Simmons and Olise.
Are they going to still sign Javi?
Yeah, gonna sign Javi Simmons because it's gonna be a loan with obligation to buy.
Oh, why don't we do that, man?
You know what I mean? A loan with obligation to buy. They're about to buy him too.
Yeah, but how would that work? That's maybe Kingsley at the bridge.
You know what, man? This feels like a funeral, bro. I feel like a funeral. You know
I
what
don't
I mean?
know if they're still going to go for him, Ahmed. You know,
They are, bro. They are. It's literally, bro. He would work in their team, bro. Him
yeah, but
plus
Musiala, Coman, Olise.
Coman's. They're getting sold. They're planning to sell Coman. They're planning to sell Gnabry.
Chelsea.
They're planning to
I
sell.
would like to take
Sane.
Coman at Chelsea, but the
Yeah.
problem is he's a bit injury prone for my liking. He does get injured like every season, doesn't
Fucking
he?
hell. I can't believe, man. I can't believe it that Bayern Munich.
I'm
gave
sorry,
two
Joel.
goals.
We can't afford his wages, Joel. We can't afford his wages, Joel. Sorry,
He's not on that much, is he?
I
He's on
can't
2 something.
believe.
Can't
Wait a
afford his
second.
wages.
I can't believe Bayern.
Let me show you the wages, by the way.
Bayern Munich gave Tuchel no one, and gave company Xavi, Simmons, Paulinho, and Olise. What the fuck?
I mean, Tuchel got
Let me
Harry
show you.
Kane.
Let me show you the wages, by the way. Let me show you the wage that Kingsley Coman is on right now. Yeah. Let me.
Oh
show you.
yeah. If it's green tipped,
Yeah.
it's definitely confirmed, right? Oh shit, it's Euro. So
Kingsley Coman's on 326,000.
so he's on 200 something £1,000.
So he's on 270,000 pounds. So he's coming Chelsea, isn't it, Joel? Love and guidance, big man.
I mean, I would be a little bit wary of him anyway because his injuries are.
No. I'm just, Joel was telling me, let's go and get him. I'm just showing him the price that he's.
I mean, I'd give Coleman like 210 or something a week. I'd be comfortable with that because he is a
Well,
better
that's-
talented winger.
No, listen. Again, you can be comfortable about that. I can be comfortable about that. The club's maximum wage budget,
maybe
but
they
the
didn't
transfer,
think
the
perfect by
the
winger.
the club's current value of buying players, the maximo is 150, comma 000, comma 00.
The only one maybe realistic as a really good left wing is Eze, and maybe we can break Eze around that price. But because Eze is a great left winger option to have.
I mean,
Obviously, Cavachile
Obviously
and all
what's
these
gonna
players won't
happen,
come for
bro.
that.
We're gonna
Eze
see that.
could. Eze
Eze's
could
the
work
potential.
as an
Yeah,
eight.
that's a good potential. Oh yeah, that's an 8 as well. That would work.
I actually would like him more than Olise. I said this before as well, but I don't think we're going to get him. So
No. I mean, I think our transfer is going to be very small compared to the last few seasons because we spent too much money the last 2 seasons. For example, the first season was 600 plus million, and the next season was around 500 million. But we did sell a lot as well. But this season we're only going to probably spend 100 million tops, 100 something anyway, 120 probably. Can't really think much what we're going to buy on. I thought at least they might have been at Navy, but guess not, Ahmed? No Olise tonight.
Yeah, there's no Olise tonight, mate. There's no Chris for you tonight either. Yeah, how dare you, fraud? All right.
You need to bring me back, man.
Yeah, I'm not.
No Olise. Sorry.
All right. But listen, I don't know, man. This transfer window is not looking great, bro. I feel like this is a key that we can't keep batting 1,000. Fair enough, bro.
do have a
appreciate that.
good team. It's just we need like some positions still like like backed a little bit, like left wing, a left back for.
But
Back
Chris, like
for
if they're not, if they've already briefed these guys, yeah, and these guys
If we're
who
not
are
gonna buy any
probably
players, how much are we actually gonna spend? 60 million this transfer?
no, it's looking like we're not gonna spend that much, bro. It's really looking like right now it's maybe 1 or 2 signings that we're looking at right now, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna look
I'll
like
be so
brokies right now.
I don't know if if we're brokies or if they just believe the
Financial
talent they
fair
have,
play as well a little bit.
or maybe just that they believe in the talent on what they've had, bro. That's what I think. Maybe just they believe in the
That's true
talent.
because we bought that wonder kid, that Brazilian kid, who's come to be the next Vinny. We brought what's his name? Well, got Ange. Ange is like a player like the whole Chelsea community seemed to rate. Like this great player. So that's another great right winger we have. We have Madueke, another player a lot of Chelsea fans rate as a great right winger. We have Cole Palmer, one of the best attackers last season. So we have a lot of talent on the right. So
Big up
no
Keaton, big up Mike, man. Expect players with less than 100k. Yeah, exactly. Ian is correct. That's what they're looking for, bro.
hidden gems.
That's what they want, but that's the whole thing, innit? I'm hearing today. I heard someone say today that I forgot the gentleman's name. Yeah, because he's a YouTuber. He was like, "I'm happy for this to happen." And like what and then I think the question, one of the questions that was asked him was like, what happens though, like when these guys demand actual high wages, 200k, 250k, 300k a week, because eventually these guys are going to ask for those wages, by the way, if they start reaching those levels, right? Because any player is going to ask for those wages.
Deserves to be in 200 plus easy.
Right. So if that happens, yeah, and the player and the team does, and then we let's say the club doesn't want to do that, then what happens? Then what happens after that?
Tough shit, man. You signed a 7-year contract.
Well, no. You know what the team's gonna do? We're then gonna sell them off. Sadly, listen, I hate doing what these other guys do, but like it may be more than likely we didn't have to sell them, right? Because they dissatisfied at the club. Remember one of the things they've said, they've also maintained, if you're not happy at the club, we will move you on, essentially, right? And they will sell it for maybe for more than what they brought in for, or in and around about that, and then what? We have to restart the process again for another 2 to 3 years.
It would be very stupid because they've been saying we should build a project of young players for the future, and if they like gone and sold them, I tell you what, the fan base, they might actually cause a big riot. If they actually start performing well, these players and stuff like that, and they sell them because they ask for 200k a week when they're actually winning trophies and stuff like that, because they do deserve like higher wages, or they can go to another club like Real Madrid or Bayern Munich, Barcelona, any clubs, even Man City, Navy, and get high wages. So it'd be very, very stupid if that actually happened, though, Ahmed, if the owners did that, because I would want them out, even though they can't leave until like next 7 years or so.
What's the say that doesn't happen, bro?
Oh, I don't know. Like they gave Reece James 250. So
that happened before the directors came in, bro. Before they had the solid.
No directors, yes, but not the owners.
Listen, since directors have come in, my brother, have you seen any of that happen?
No, because a lot of the players they brought in are not really like that, proven to be on 200 plus k a week. So I understand.
Have you not wondered why that is, though? None of the players you've brought in realistically, even Cole Palmer, even though yes, he came from Man City, right?
Oh no, yeah, he was never that.
Right. Every single one of those guys, yeah, maybe except maybe say barring Enzo, maybe and
Caicedo, I was thinking of Enzo.
Those two. Everyone else has not been like that, bro. Respectfully.
No, yeah, we're trying to find hidden.
And you know me, by the way, I'm like the big young guys, young talent guy and everything like that, right? So
yeah, you love your young talent.
That was crazy. That was insane, bro. Pre-directorship, my brother. Pre-directorship, my brother. Awuraku.
Sterling was a big signing, yeah. And that was a failure of a signing too.
Yep.
But I think they would give higher wages to players who actually been in for a few years, and you know what, you've earned your right to get 200k a week or something, because they can't expect them to be on 150k a week for 7 years if they're improving the team and stuff like that. That'd be stupid of the owners. I don't want to think like that, because if I start thinking like that, then we're gonna be literally Brighton level of football.
But bro, Brighton, that. If we're being honest, but right now we're just Red Bull plus. Really, we're Red Bull plus. All that's left in order for us to get the plus, by the way, is that we need to win the league, and then in some way, shape, or form, and then we start selling these guys. That's all that's left, honestly.
Ahmed, you make me.
I'm just being honest, bro. You know, I feel like today, bro, has been.
This is why I start liking WWE more lately. Because Chelsea are like a failing club right now, but I do obviously support Chelsea and watch every game, sadly, for the
Bro,
last
of
2
course,
years.
man. Everyone's gonna
It's
support
hard
Chelsea,
not to.
man.
I
That's
can't
your
stop
team,
watching.
man. That's everyone's team. That's the badge you're gonna support for life and everything like
It's
that.
like
Of course,
marriage.
bro. Of course, bro.
It
Of
is
course,
marriage,
man.
although you can get divorced for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, but I don't divorce, man.
Well, we'll see about that, Chris, when you do get married.
Bloody hell. What are your thoughts on what I'm saying, bro? Do you think I'm being a bit too much?
I thought so earlier, but
No, I
Yeah,
said
you
right
went
now. On what I was making, the point I was making right now.
I just don't care anymore, man.
See, look, this is what Chelsea's doing, bro. This is
No,
what
but
Chelsea's
I've
doing.
I'm
not
making us not
for a
care.
while. Like, I genuinely, the only time this year,
You heard that here, Chris.
the only time this year
Yeah,
I've
other way
been angry
around, yeah.
during football, watching football, was when Kim Min Jae fucked up against Real Madrid. That's the only time. Genuinely, I've not
You're
had
actually a fraud,
1
man.
ounce of hatred towards any Chelsea player this year, really. But I don't get frustrated. I think a player's crap. I think players are good. I don't really care anymore, man. You know, I'm not really bothered. This doesn't really change my opinions on the ownership that much or the setup that much because maybe that will change if it's in a position where I think we actually need to go for, if you get what I mean. Maybe I'm not as worried now, but let's say there was a chance we get a guy who I think we actually really need and we don't. I think then maybe my opinions on this will change. But, you know, I don't personally think 200 grand a week for Olise is bad, to be honest. I really don't. I don't think it's bad at all. You're not really breaking the wage structure that much. It's not like with other players we've got, because let's be honest, Enzo Fernandez was very expensive. Limited suitors for him though, because of the price, because of the release scores.
It seems so, mate. When you're getting it for less than 40 million, I don't think that's the case, is it?
Talking about Enzo Fernandez, you're not listening to my point. I'm trying to make a point.
Cooked. I'm so cooked right now,
bro. I said that these other players that we've got before Olise, who everyone's bringing up of, we've normally got our guys, have not had other suitors really because of the price, apart from Caicedo with Liverpool. I'm saying is that with these players where there's more suitors, you're going to have to pay wages that are slightly higher. That's just the facts in football. That's what I'm saying.
What's the tweet, by the way? Ike_IC, because like we've already talked about some of the tweets.
There's no new tweets that I've seen from.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, no new tweets, mate. Yeah, there's no new tweets.
Last 25 minutes, unless my Twitter's behind.
Yeah, exactly.
Bayern has made contact with Crystal Palace. Yeah.
Yeah, we already spoke about that.
Yeah,
we didn't get this new info about Chelsea. You already knew that they weren't going to split the wage structure. We just learned. At least he believes he's worth more. Chelsea Dodgers. What's he said? Oh, let me check them Chelsea Dodgers right now. Never mind. See, he said never mind. Fair enough. Thank you very much, bro. Well, thank you, bro, about that. Listen, man. I know a lot of us are heartbroken here. You know,
a lot.
Yeah, but again, definitely worrying to say the very least. I hope in the. I hope, hopefully, we get to some level of success beforehand. I just find it. I just think the issue I've always had is just the prices, really. Price ranges. I just think again, you can put down the money, but if you, I hear you, but again,
yeah, that's what I said earlier.
Apparently, Bayern are looking at apparently interested in Çalhanoğlu as well. Fucking hell. I doubt he'll leave.
They seriously need a rebuild actually in their squad, so I'm not surprised.
Oh, wouldn't it be fun if it all goes tits up? That'd be so funny.
That'd be great.
Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, you know who I am. I've been your host, the Bridge 258. Bringing you that quality content. We're gonna be here tomorrow again, of course. I think there's a Portugal match, so definitely I have to do it for Joel because I did make a promise that I'm gonna sue. You know what I mean? To make that one happen. I'm still waiting for the sue to happen, but I don't think that's ever gonna happen. So that's first and foremost. Secondly, I do want to also speak on this factor too, which is that thank you guys for coming along. Make sure to subscribe. I'm 6 away from 355, 608 from 355. Make sure to subscribe. You know what I mean? I am literally right now. I am literally just gonna go to the local bevy myself. Me too, Vic. I'm just gonna go there right now. Gonna down a few pints. You know what I mean? Few cocktails. You know what I mean? And with the missus, and we're gonna enjoy ourselves. So listen. Thanks again for coming along and watching. You know who I've been. Let me see who to redirect to first. I need to redirect first, guys. Let me see who to redirect to. Maybe United Spurs of America. Actually, let's do that to my guy. I think he's live right now, if I'm not mistaken. Or if not, flawless. Let me check right now. Who is live? Yeah, let's do it to my guy over here, Jacob. Make sure to tell him that Eze is ours. Eze is for Chelsea or something like that. We move, but you know how I've been your host, Mr. Bridge 258. Dedicate your hearts, and as always, please make sure